Hi, this is Peter. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Cane Pole. No, this is not an on-the-road episode. I'm just on the road to go get a couple supplies for the next video, or this may just be the intro, or there may be a series. I don't know. It all depends on where the rabbit hole takes us. At any rate, I was watching some YouTube videos by a guy named Bob Hansler. Very intelligent man. Recently has had some medical issues with his eyes that have precluded him from making the same quality or same type of videos he was making before, but it looks like he may have gotten that fixed and he may be able to get back up to speed, at least somewhat up to speed. He's never going to be quite right due to what happened. Anyway, he was using minnow traps, and he uses them to catch crawdads and catch minnows. But then he did something unusual, and I'd seen it before. He used them to catch a snake. Okay, I've caught snakes and frogs and stuff in my traps that I set in the creeks when I was a kid. But he had another video of him catching snakes. And I wanted to show the wife, so I clicked on it. I hadn't seen that video. He caught several different snakes using minnow traps and several different methods. One, he just put it in a creek, caught a frog, then caught a huge water snake that came in to eat the frog. And another one, he had eggs in the traps, and he caught a hognose snake and what looked like a pine snake to me. I'm not sure. He's in Texas, and I'm not familiar with the species, and he seemed to not know exactly what it was either. Don't know why. Very intelligent man, and to my knowledge was a biology teacher. At any rate, there was a video on the sidebar, another video of his, using glow sticks as bait. I was like, okay, I could see where that would work in clear water. It attracts in fish and whatnot. But no, he was not using it for fish. Apparently, he decided, let me backtrack. He was not using it for fish immediately using the glow stick. Apparently, he was going to, and successfully did, catch some insects in the trap with the glow stick. And then he put the trap in the creek and caught minnows and a crawdad or two, and definitely had some minnows, some little brims, stuff like that. Great bait sized. But that got the wheels turning in my head. Maybe I can use my minnow traps and some glow sticks, which I do not have on hand. That's why I'm going shopping. Up here to Holly Hill, a little small town. But I can use that to catch some insects, and perhaps use the insects as bait on a rod and reel, hook and line, paint pole, whatever. It's a thought. Now the problem is his minnow traps are what he called fine mesh G's minnow traps. Okay, I could tell that the mesh was smaller than is on a normal G's trap. A normal G's trap has 1/4 inch mesh. My minnow trap's about the same. I haven't actually measured them. His fine mesh trap, and he says that he has two of them, at least it sounds like he has more than one, is an 1/8 inch mesh. It is what they call an exotic trap, or the main emphasis of this thing is in the fish breeding industry, even as far as larger commercial operations, but definitely on a small aquarium fish breeding scale. What it does is you put this trap in, the fish all go into the bait after the bait, like they would in any minnow trap, but it lets anything small go back out. You're able to take anything too big to get out that trap and take it out the thing, and it takes things out that are half as small as what things are half as small as would pass out through a normal trap. 1/8 being half of 1/4. It's a small mesh. I don't know if my traps are going to work. I'm going to get some glow sticks and we're going to find out. Okay, it's kind of hard to see, but I've got one trap over there with yellow lights on the corner of my back porch, and the other right here with green light sticks at the corner of the back porch. Now the only difference is that one's a little bit closer to the carport and has my wife's plumeria over there on the yellow one. Otherwise they're the exact same style traps. I've got the light sticks hanging up in the center as best I can from a paper clip. I'll show you what they look like with the lights off in just a second, and then tomorrow we'll see if it's got any bugs. Okay, that over there is the yellow one. It seems a little bright, but not that bright. We do have a couple solar lights that might even be brighter than that, and that's the green one. Sorry about that. I thought I heard a coon squalling. Maybe I did. Any rate, there. I don't know. I just heard it again. Any rate, there's the green one. It seems like it's throwing off a little bit more light, but I don't know if it's enough to make a difference. They did have pink or red. I decided not to get that. Red light being really good for your night vision, so I figured it wouldn't attract bugs. All right, we'll see these in the morning. Okay, well, I'm looking at this trap, and there's absolutely nothing in it. It's kind of hard to see the screen with the sun, but yeah, the glow sticks don't seem to have attracted anything, or the trap was too big to catch them. Same holds true for the other trap. I'm not going to go over there and show it because it's a little harder to get to. Alright, maybe we'll revisit this idea later. The whole premise of this is to be able to catch fish bait just using the glow sticks. Probably give a few final thoughts on it. But aside from that, it was also a way of sampling and seeing what insects are out at night if you're somewhere where you don't know what the natural bait is, especially if you're a fly fisher. I'll give some final thoughts later. Alright folks, I said there would be a few follow-up thoughts on the attempt to trap insects in my minnow traps. First and foremost, the following night I turned on my porch light, attracted up some bugs to the porch. Most of what I saw, if not all of what I saw, were probably too small to get trapped in that trap. So that's one reason it was empty, but it wasn't the only reason. During the night, when I had the traps activated with the glow sticks, I went out and looked at them, and there were no bugs around the glow sticks, no bugs around the trap. I just don't think they were bright enough. We do have a street light on the road, which kind of illuminates things and makes it a little bit brighter than where Bob Hansler did his, which was out in the wild of Texas, and there was no lights around. That was the only light. He also may have used stronger glow sticks. I don't know. The whole premise of this was just an idea to be able to catch insects for live bait, or as a fly fisherman, you might want to set this kind of thing up at night while you're camping or whatever by the river, so you can see what insects are out that have hatched and in the normal environment, so you know what pattern to use. So a failure for me in this instance may not have anything to do with the method as much as it has location and size of the bugs. Until I get one of these $30+ traps that have the fine mesh, I don't see the point in doing it over again, even though light sticks are $1. That being said, I have 2 extra sets of light sticks. One of the yellow light stick, one of the green light stick set. They're 2 per pack. They were only $1 a piece, $1 per pack. So, I mean, I picked up a few of them so I could run the test twice. Decided against running the test twice due to the failure. But I'm going to, somewhere in the near future, before it gets too cold to do this, take those same minnow traps, take those glow sticks, and I'm gonna put them underwater in the traps, and I'm gonna see what happens. There will be a whole nother video on that, so expect it. I don't know exactly when I'll get to it. Don't know if I'll use my pond or what. I'd like it to be fairly clear water and not muddy, so we'll see how that happens. All right, thank you for watching. Hope you learned something, and I will link to Bob Hansler's video where he actually did catch bugs and then used them to catch, fish bait down in the comment or down in the description.